Well, I was about 18 when I first came to London. It was the first trip I took to Europe. I'd saved up money for a whole year to travel through Europe for a few months with some friends of mine. It was the age of London that really struck me because I'd come in from Western Canada and hadn't traveled much at that point. And of course, Western Canada, the town I grew up in, was only established in the 1930s, really. And to walk into pubs that had been around for 500 or 600 years was, something unheard of in Canada. The magnificence of the architecture and the fact that things were built to last. The Parliament buildings are remarkable, and the castles, and the depth of history, and the stability of the country, all of that, and the freedom. It's all an amazing achievement as far as I'm concerned. One of the things that we learned in the West, and one of the things that's part of the great English journalistic tradition, is that journalists in particular have the freedom to say what they want and think what they want, and that keeps everyone, including the journalists, honest and on track. And we sacrifice that, especially at the feet of the idea that no one is to be oppressed by anything anyone else says. We sacrifice that at our complete peril. It's the cardinal right, because when people speak freely, they're able to think, and people orient themselves in the world by thinking, and they re-update the state by thinking, and they conquer unknown lands by thinking. And if you put restrictions on their ability to speak freely, then you put restrictions on their ability to think, and all of those other processes grind to a halt, and then everyone suffers for it. Well, I started reading George Orwell when I was a kid, about 13 or 14, and I read 1984, An Animal Farm, of course, because that's the books that everyone starts with. And then later in my life, I became aware of how prescient George Orwell was with regards to the dangers of totalitarianism. He was one of the first intellectuals in the West to sound the alarm about what was going on, especially in the Soviet Union. Orwell's definitely one of my intellectual heroes from the 20th century. He's been a hero of mine consistently. Britain holds a special place in the hearts of Canadians, and for good reason. You guys got so many things right. English common law tradition and the parliamentary tradition, and it's been a great gift to everywhere in the world as far as I'm concerned.